Friday evening to you. Steve Sullivan and the Channel 7 sports team are hard at work right now assembling all the highlights from this week's best high school football games. Friday night touchdowns comes your way in just a few moments. But first, we go to the polls as Arkansans cast their early ballots in the 2024 general election. Some have reported issues with touchscreen voting machines. Is this sinister or something else? Channel 7's Andrew Mobley takes a closer look tonight. Andrew.
Today, state and Pulaski County officials publicly demonstrated how the express vote machines used all over Arkansas work.
We get reports from all across the state of people saying my vote was flipped on the marking device.
Arkansas election officials are attempting to counteract misinformation and answer concerns about the integrity of touchscreen ballot marking devices after multiple Arkansas voters reported that they would attempt to choose their candidate and then the machine would select a different one.
There's a high level of mistrust, not to mention a number of scientific studies that show that voter intent cannot be captured when you're using a touchscreen ballot marking device. And just like you're seeing with this touchscreen error, they're not explaining that either. We've asked for them to provide the code to let us look at their machines. They say no.
But Madison and other officials say it's a simple case of fat fingering the touchscreen buttons on the ballot marking device, with some voters accidentally selecting candidates other than the one they want by brushing their knuckles or palms against the screen. Officials say using the provided stylus may help prevent this.
There's a rectangle box. That whole rectangle box represents that candidate. Touch in the middle of that rectangle box with the name. If you do that, and when it lights up green, that's who you've selected.
Madison says don't try to select the tiny square box to the side of your chosen candidate's name because it's just a graphic representation. Pulaski County has used the express vote ballot marking devices since 2018, and they are now ubiquitous in Arkansas.
This is really a fancy pencil. Okay, that's really all it is. And when you get your ballot, the piece of paper out, that is your ballot. When you review the names that are printed on there or the no selections or whatever, that's your chance to verify that it printed the selections you wanted. And so when you take it and put it into the tabulator, the gray box, it's counted in that moment. And if there's ever a question about how that ballot was marked and counted, we have the pieces of paper.
And for Pulaski County voters who still don't trust ballot marking devices, you can take comfort in the fact that Pulaski County will use paper ballots on Election Day itself.
So voters will expect to get a paper ballot on Election Day. We use the marking devices solely for early voting, and we have one for each polling site on Election Day for voters with disabilities.
And for those who do encounter any issues while voting, ask for help from a poll worker. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
Okay, Andrew, thanks. And keep this in mind. If your ballot does print out and you notice an incorrect selection, or if you just decide you want to change your vote, you can do that. That ballot can be discarded, and you can try again a total of 3 times.